Um, Today we're going to talk about dreams, statistics, and investing. We kind of talked about dreams as far as what we dream and what we want to do and what we want to accomplish. But when we apply statistics to it, what statistically makes sense? What statistically has been available? What statistically do we know? And this almost ties into we don't know what we don't know. Have you truly looked up, researched, and have the most up to date in information possible to make the most informed decision? And what have people in the past who have been successful, have a proven record, have done to accomplish such goal, said goal? Those would be the statistics because we could look in books and research and get an idea of what people have done to be successful that they could talk about. But then we also have to look into the autobiographies of these individuals and see what they done and why they chose the things that they chose. Like I kind of talked about, but I don't think I said this. I don't think I said like LeBron James and Michael Jordan, but they both played to win, and LeBron James made it happen on the best way he could within a given environment. I mean, I didn't talk about Bezos, how Bezos was part of the he was part of the industry where he saw there was an upward trending in the use of the internet, and so therefore he said there's got to be something I could, because the attention is going in this direction. What can I do, make, or create that would be functional in such a way that can grow to, I don't even know if he thought of $1 trillion idea, if he thought it was that. I think he just kind of came across it, maybe, perhaps, because he was like originally was books. I don't know if it expanded prior to that or he had thoughts before that or if he even knew if he could do it. Um, but it was perfect in the timing. And let me say this, and I'll say this talking about sports too. Football and basketball. Like I'll start more with football. I'll start more with football. Do you know originally the forward pass did not exist? It was pure running, pure I formation, twin back, double back, no throwing. That didn't exist. I formation, wing formation, and stuff like that. That didn't exist. So in essence, the same thing as new tools come into play. What adjustments do you make, and how creative can you be to take advantage of what it is? And that's what AI in essence is. It is the forward pass being introduced to football, much like the 3 point shot. And I didn't even think about this. It just came up, the 3 point shot with basketball, because when West, I think he was the original player with the Lakers, and I think was the other Pistol Pete. I think Pistol Pete was the other gentleman. Back then, the dribbling was simplified or whatnot, but it was 2 point shot, but yet they were still accurate. But the 3 point shot didn't exist. Now people are shooting shots from half court. Accuracy is increasing. So what is changing and how can we change within the game? And I didn't talk about this either. I talked about Jeff Bezos and how I don't know if he worked what company he worked with, but it was with a hedge fund. So he was surrounded by those different individuals. But even when we talk about Carnegie Mellon, he was one of those individuals who, Carnegie, he originally created railroad tracks to go all the way across the United States, first starting the infrastructure that created, they had to take down the mountains and whatnot. And so it had all this steel. He had this raw product. And with the raw product, he he instead of going horizontal, he went vertical. He didn't change the product that he dealt with. He just found a new use for it. And that's how buildings went from one floor to three floors to five floors. They took the same product that existed and did that. And I'll say this about Rockefeller, and I know he created Standard Oil and it was considered a monopoly, but do you know what's so great about him? One of the initial things I learned about him was that Rockefeller, he had an oil which made the vehicles run, but he created his own byproduct. Dan Gilbert talks about eat your own dog food. He created a byproduct that was kerosene that came off that you could use to light lamps. So his byproduct was a product. And I've even said this before too. Um, if you think about so two different things. One, meal presses. So what meal presses do are they actually create wood or whatnot. And so out of the small piece of wood, they create into a product. That's that pressed in wood that people purchase at stores. That is a byproduct of the sawdust sawmill that they use, so they don't throw it away. They found another use for it, toothpicks, etc. And then if you think there's one more thing, the way that they use for weightlifters, that stuff is the byproduct. It's a powder byproduct of the milk waste when they're disseminating it from the cows and whatnot. I was researching that, and that's the milk whey that creates and they use it as a product. So, what byproduct can you create out of what you're producing? Um, so that's what I'm saying. What are the statistics showing from what your original thought, dreams, and ideas, and how can you use it, and how can you invest? And this is something that I didn't even really think about talking about, but investing in where the trend is going. I'm not gonna go fully in depth with it, but I'll say that much about it. Like if you see a trend heading a certain way, is there a way that you can invest in it? Can you see what it is? Because there's multiple ways for you to be involved with the market before you even know what it is. If you can't be involved in it one way, there's another way to you to be involved with it, even if you don't have the funds to be involved with it. So I want to say that I want you to chew on that, cud. All right, we'll talk. All right, wish you the best.